Hello and welcome to my sleep clinic, where we aim to give you the best night's sleep, not just tonight but every night, giving you the tools and information you need to improve your sleep in the long term. I'm Catherine, and just before we get started, would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Okay. My pencil over there. Okay. So, first, can you tell me how many hours you get of sleep a night on average? Okay. And how long on average would you say that it takes you to get to sleep? And what's the reason that you decided to come to our clinic, or just a sleep clinic in general? Okay. And lastly, if you could take me through what your nighttime routine looks like. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. Well, that's all we need to get started. So if you want to lie down, and I'll just attach this to your arm. This is just so that we can track what your sleep looks like. So this band is just going to go around your arm. Okay. Okay, that's so good. Now, as I talk, I'm going to speak softly and slowly so that you can get into a relaxed mood. So if you just take in very gently what I'm saying, just try to relax as much as possible. Don't worry about giving me feedback and saying yes or no or nodding your head or anything like that. Just close your eyes. So from everything that you've said there, I do have a few pieces of advice just to boost your sleep going forward. The first thing I say to everyone is, if you can, if it's possible for you, obviously some people have shift work, but if it's possible, go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day, because it will do wonders for your circadian rhythm. And then also, if you go for a walk in the morning, the morning sunlight is also really good for your circadian rhythm. So what that means is your body is attuned to when it should be going to sleep. So by the time it gets to the night, your body's winding down, and it gets sleepy. I remember I went through a very bad phase with sleep where I was just never tired, aside from in the mornings, but then by evening I was just wide awake. It was a very bad time. So if you can, definitely go to sleep and wake up every day at the same time. The next few things are just a few sleep hygiene things. If you can, try and put your phone in a different room when you sleep, or at the very least just try to not use it for the hour before you sleep. And if you go to watch any ASMR videos, which lots of our clients often do, just make sure that the screen brightness is turned as far down as possible. Lots of laptops and computers also have dark modes. If you watch it on your phone, that's okay. Just try and hold it a little bit further away from your face, because if you hold it like this, that's a lot of blue light getting into your eyes. And then the last thing I would say is to meditate, but I want you to forget everything you think you know about meditation. Here we take a very intentional approach. Lots of people imagine meditation as a relaxing thing, but we like to think of it as an exercise to clear your mind. But it definitely is exercise because it takes effort. So I'll just outline what I want you to do basically, and then I'll stay here for a little while and then creep out eventually. So what this meditation is meant to do is it's meant to clear your mind, so that far fewer thoughts are racing around there, and we do this by intentionally filling our mind with things that aren't thoughts. So, for example, when I'm breathing in, I'm listening to the sound of my breath, and I'm also feeling my body expanding and contracting with the breath. It's especially difficult to meditate without thoughts coming into your mind if you have your eyes closed, because there's even less to focus on, but it does make this exercise more effective. So if you focus on breathing in, listening to the sound of your breath, breathing out, and just switch your focus if you find it difficult, if you find that there's thoughts still whizzing round, but just focus really, really strenuously on those things so that as few thoughts as possible are in your mind. And this is just when you come out of that after a few minutes of really focusing, even though it doesn't feel like the most relaxing bedtime thing to do, you'll probably find, most people do find, I personally find, that even though you obviously will experience more thoughts than you did when you were focusing, your mind is much, much clearer. So maybe there's one string of thoughts rather than 17 at the same time. This might not work for you, but it does work for most of our clients. So if it doesn't, we can arrange a follow-up appointment. We do have other more extreme methods of helping people to sleep, depending on how difficult you find it and how overactive your mind is, and whether this didn't work, because this specifically is designed for the overactive, overthinking mind. Okay. So just one more time before I leave you to it. We'll breathe in with your eyes closed. Listen to the sound of your breath. Feel your chest expanding and contracting, and switch your focus between the two if you notice a thought trying to bring its way into your consciousness. Okay, so just close your eyes and practice that for just a few minutes. I'll be here and I'll just be very quiet, quietly making notes in the background. So after that, when you feel ready, just try and go to sleep, and we'll catch up in the morning when we have your sleep results to check how well you slept, because we'll only be able to do that